Hi everyone, welcome to Buckle Up Podcast. I'm Natalia Earl and I'm a certified business and life coach that loves talking to people. I'm fascinated by humans and how our brain works. What is it that makes a decision good or bad, and how does that decision ultimately shape our path and destiny? Everyone loves to talk about success, but what about the flip side? How about adversity? Failure is such a big and often necessary part of life, and it's simply unavoidable. So I invite you to join me on this inspiring, honest, unpolished interview show with breathtakingly real conversations that go deep on setbacks and hardships that are part of the puzzle that ultimately lead to growth, discovery of inner greatness, and what makes us resilient. Grab your helmet and buckle up, people. It's going to be a bumpy ride. But what a ride it will be. Today I sat down with Daley, the Monster Motivator. He's an accomplished entrepreneur, CEO, and dynamic speaker that captivates audiences with his high-voltage presentations and real-world practical steps for audiences to implement immediately. In his 25 years as a businessman and entrepreneur, Dave has built and sold 3 successful companies and crashed one into the ground. He's a dynamic motivational speaker who is very transparent about his background, his high school dropout status, and the fact that he was told not to expect much from himself as an adult. His energy is undeniable and contagious. You definitely are in for a wild ride with this one.
Same thing just happened to me again. Unbelievable. I incorporated a 48-hour fast, okay? Water, electrolytes, and Himalayan salt only. And what I did was I learned going into the fast, and entering and exiting the fast is just as important as the fast itself. And when I did that, the first time I did a 48-hour fast, it was a shit show. By 27th hour, it was a nightmare. I stopped it, right? But once I educated myself even more on the entering and the exiting, Natalia, the next day, I did a video on it. The next day, the mental clarity and the overall wellness was a level that I was what I felt when I first started this program the third day in. It was unbelievable. It was just like looking around going, okay, now I know what it means to reset that system. Unbelievable. And I can share some other personal stories since then. Unbelievable. 48-hour fast is another level. So I just wanted to, we can come back to that.
Yeah. But what do you mean when you say entering and exiting? What does that look like? Do you prep your body or?
No, it's so simple. It's so simple. Just eating the right meal before and after. That's it.
Okay, got it.
Just, and that's what I work. That's now I'm going to incorporate that. So getting back to there's also going to be people now that are going, wait a minute, that's great, but why? Let's tell them why, right? And that's what I love about Primal Power Lifestyle is you not only learn how to do things, but you learn why they're working. So now when that 90 days is up, you can fish for yourself. You never have to have anybody fish for you, right? So think about this. Why is it so effective and efficient in 15 minutes? Well, first of all, because we go to complete failure, okay? That means we can get away with doing one working set per body part. The program is set up strategically to hit different body parts at different times. No spotter, take it with you wherever you go, right? So you're setting yourself up for success. And then let's get down to the nuts and bolts, right? Why bands versus machines, dumbbells, kettlebells, or anything else that's been invented? Here's why. So can you see my arms? Okay. So if you have the band behind you and you have the bar in front of you, you're doing chest presses. Now, when my here's my range of motion. I'm not going to lock my elbows, and I'm going to come back right before the tension is released. Here's my range of motion. Where am I the strongest?
Up top.
Yep, right at the top. You're incorporating everything, right? That's where you're the strongest. So when you have a dumbbells in your hand, or a bar, or a machine, and you come down, you're starting to get at a weaker range and a more vulnerable range of motion, right? But the weight stays the same. With bands, it moves with you. So when I'm back here, it's the least tension, but you're still working that muscle as long as you keep it engaged. But as you come out, now you're at your strongest point and you're at the most tension. So it actually moves with you. And so when I say, and Dr. John talks about complete failure, we want to keep the rep range somewhere between 25 to 35 reps for the overall conditioning, right? Fill that muscle belly with blood and oxygen. And then here is real failure. So you get down to the last 2 or 3 reps, it's this.
Yeah.
That's it. Now that allowed us to move to the next exercise. That's why we can. So what really it comes down to is, if your lifestyle isn't effective and efficient, if you can't pick your lifestyle up today and move across the country, or decide to travel, or go here or go there, if you miss a beat, it's a facade, right? It's really just temporary, because that's what throws people off. So when you could create a lifestyle that feeds you instead of starves you, and you can pick it up today and take it anywhere with you, now you know you got a real lifestyle. And that's the difference between Primal Power Lifestyle. It's not a boot camp. It's not a diet. It actually is a lifestyle that you could pick up and take with you anywhere. And you helped me prove that when I came to Miami, went to Jersey, I went to Philly for 10 days. I didn't leave Miami until I ate a Cuban. I didn't leave Philly till I ate 2 cheesesteaks. I came back leaner, harder, and tighter than when I left, right? The only way to do that is an actual blueprint that's been proven, and tying in the conditioning, right? The mental conditioning is the other big part of this. That's why the 3 phases are so important, because what I'm finding is